Welcome everyone. How many of you guys are excited about YouTube? Me, I am. I'm learning so much, man. This is crazy. I'm like, why haven't I done this before? I see why these kids are so intelligent. They're brilliant. They're harnessing the power of YouTube University. It's a treasure trove. Are you serious? Where knowledge is just a click away. Can I tell you, I couldn't even imagine the things I could have done, we could have done, if we had this kind of technology that the kids have today. I just feel like no one should be broke. No one, literally not one person with the technology that we have today. You know the phrase, no child left behind? Well, we have to adopt that phrase and say, no Gen X left behind, for real, because the more we run away from it, for those of you who like to run away from it, we should really be running toward it. Always be learning is what I believe. Say it with me. ABL, not BBL, ABL. Always be learning, right? All right. So anyway, thank y'all for coming on today and just checking me out. Today we kick off the Bullet Points of Life, the series, diving into our 4-part self-leadership series. So I'm going to try to get a lot covered. So let's get started with part 1. All right. So how do I identify with leadership? Well, as we evolve, we often find ourselves stepping into leadership roles, whether at home, with our families, with our children. If we're the responsible sibling and we have elderly parents, with our friends, in our neighborhood, and even at work, right? So there's always a leadership role, whether you're a man or a woman. For some leadership, it comes naturally for some people, and for others it's honed over time, right? But regardless of the path or the past, because we all have a past, leading oneself is first crucial. It's the first crucial step. You got to lead yourself. Can't lead anybody else until you're able to lead yourself. Think about it. If everyone were responsible for themselves, truly understood their purpose, their true purpose, their universe, their God-given purpose, their purpose in life, and move to that tune, this would almost be a perfect world, because we'd be all doing the job that we were put here to do. We all have a job. So encourage yourself to just believe. Say it with me. Say it with me. Believe your capabilities and recognize that you can do it. Let me give you an example. So when your back is up against the wall, and it has been in the past, right? And you're like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. Maybe it's an electric bill. You're going to go home and your lights are cut off. Maybe it's a promotion, but you got to take this hard test to even be considered, or anything that you feel anxiety about that you feel is hard and you don't know how you're going to get through it, right? You look back, you overcame it. The thing that you thought was the hardest thing in life to do, you overcame it. But yet and still, we're always faced with things, and we get in these situations and we don't think that we're going to overcome them, because we forgot what we came through. We're not here to live a challenge-free life. That's not promised to us, to live a challenge-free life. However, we are here to live a life that challenges us so we can activate our full potential, right? So take the good with the bad. It's a part of the process. The bad is the fuel you need to reach your next step in life, your true potential. Are people born with confidence? No, absolutely not. When you're born to learn, right? You're curious, you're discovering. The first thing when you open your eyes, and we've seen little babies are looking around and whatever, if they can lift their hands, whatever, you're learning everything. More importantly, you're learning about confidence. Confidence is a learned, cultivated, and mastered behavior. And today, I'm going to try to guide you on self-leadership, confidence, through the 4-part series. Not all today, right? So it's not about your looks. You can be like, my hair is a mess, I'm not attractive. It's not anything superficial. It's about overcoming barriers. The barriers that nobody else has set but yourself. You got to push through your own barriers. Imagine someone walking into a room. You're sitting there and you think you're the hottest thing there, but then somebody walks in and they're radiant. They burst in, they're confident, and their confidence just stops you. You just have to stop and stare. You might feel a twinge of envy, but all you can say is, "Gone, girl," or "I see you, bro." Right? Trust me, They've practiced that walk. They've practiced that talk. And more importantly, they just, say it with me, believe in themselves. They believe they the sugar honey iced tea when they walk in that room. You know what I'm saying? And so belief is about confidence. How do I know about how I have reached self-leadership? That's another good question. Leadership is about personal growth, refining your skills from within. Leaders are accountable for their own actions and develop the capacity to constructively influence their thoughts. Because it all starts here. Everything starts here. When you control your thoughts, you control your behaviors, you're able to control your emotions and drive in personal success. Personal success equals wealth. Before leading effectively, you must grasp the essential steps to build this foundation. And that's what we're going to learn in this 4-part series. Self-leadership starts internally and involves relentless self-improvement and discipline. Now let's explore the pillars of self-leadership. Let's just talk about it. 1, write this down, awareness. Got to be aware. 2, understand your motives and the obstacle that could deter your leadership journey, your core values. Self-confidence, your strengths, and actively work on enhancing your skills. So some of the things that you think are not great, you got to just work on it. Self-efficacy, foster a belief that no challenge is too great to handle. If things were easy, I say it all the time, then everybody would be doing it. If everyone would do it, things would be easy. Before you act, reflect on the following intentions. Act with clear and purposeful intent. Influence yourself. Transformation can catalyze change in others. When you start changing, the energy and the things that you're going to attract to yourself, the good stuff. Impact. Consider the broader consequences of your actions. Once you commit to being a self-leader, embody that role, embrace it. Shift your mindset. Change. It's okay. Trust yourself. Recognize your potential as a leader and pursue your goals relentlessly. Who gonna check you, boo? Continuing your journey of self-leadership means, you ready? Write this down. Embracing full accountability for your actions. Striving for constant improvement. Visualizing whatever you can think up here, it can appear in the real world. And pursuing your future. Pursue your future goals, persisting against all odds, valuing and learning from each decision and action. Something happens, try to figure out why it happened and what you can learn from it. Committing to a lifelong learning, YouTube University, lots of books. The essence of progress is self-improvement. You are the architect of your own destiny. So whiteboard canvas, you can design it however you want. Remember, we are not meant to live unchallenged lives. We are here to embrace challenges that unlock our true meaning for potential. I recall the wisdom of the author James Allen, the late, great author James Allen, who is the original author, As a Man Thinketh, a book that has profoundly shaped my life, my perspective, and one I revisit annually. Dr. Talib, I remember, had given it to me. I was like maybe 20 years old. I had written and produced a play, and I had never done anything like that. I had never written, I hated writing. I had never written anything at all, right? Nothing to that magnitude, of course, and not just because I wanted to, not because I had to, but because I wanted to. I was in a zone. So I can remember I was working in radio, and he was one of my radio clients. He was also a real estate guru, so he had all of these real estate properties, and they were doing some kind of real estate conference trade show at the time it was called Kobo in Detroit. Now they changed the name a couple of times. I think it's Huntington Place now, but this was so long ago. So I go, he advertises the real estate show on radio, and he becomes a friend, and he's older and wise, and I can't remember, I want to say he was of a Middle Eastern descent. I don't know exactly what, but very wise man. Hands me this little book. It's like this big. In the next series, I'm going to try to have it so I can show you. And it's As a Man Thinketh. And he writes in it, he writes a little note, he signs it, and he says, try to read this at least once a week. And it's a quick read. It's a little bitty book, right? And when I tell you, every word in that book is so powerful. But he didn't give me, I take it back, he didn't give me As a Man Thinketh. He gave me the book As a Woman Thinketh. And that's the version that I have. And it is, it's a rewrite from the original version, As a Man Thinketh. And it really just talks about the power of your thoughts in your mind and how you can manifest things into reality, because you are the true controller of your life, right? And to be honest with you guys, I read it once a week for years. Now, and I still have the same book. Now I read it probably once a year. And I downloaded it audiobook. So this year I just listened to it on the audio, right? And it went by just like that. But I heard the words when I was reading it. I listened to them. I did all of the things, but it wasn't until the last couple of weeks where it just clicked. Something that I knew all along. Being a leader in my own mind and understanding that you control your own destiny is literally so true. And that's all the book talks about. And it tells you how to do that. But because it's so easy, you're like, that's too easy. That's never going to work. The easy things does work, right? The easy things are the things that work. It's the hard things that give me pause. So anyway, until the next installation, you guys, I hope that this was motivational to you. I hope that you were able to understand where we're going and where the series is going. So I just wanted to thank you for joining me today. Remember, you're here to shape your universe and merely inhabit them, right? Let me say that again. You're here to shape your universe and not merely inhabit them, right? So this is your world. This world was put here for you. And you are supposed to, everyone that's looking at this, everyone that will see this, you have to know that you were here to live in abundance and have everything that your heart and your mind desires. You just got to work towards it. And that's all you got to do is work towards it. And everything else will just have the universe to make it happen for you. Give it a try. So until next time, until the next series, part 2 of our 4 series, Self-Leadership. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.